Have you ever noticed that certain moments seem crafted just for you? A delay that leads to an unexpected encounter, a recurring dream that lingers in your mind, or a quiet feeling that the universe is trying to speak, and you're not yet sure what it's saying. If you're here, it's no coincidence. The universe doesn't send signs without purpose. It speaks to those ready to evolve. By clicking this video, something within you is stirring, awakening to a deeper truth. Forget the notion that life is random. It isn't. An unseen intelligence weaves through the smallest details of your existence, whispering messages to those prepared to listen. In the ancient schools of alchemy, this was called the symbolic reading of reality. Those who mastered this language didn't just see signs, they became architects of their own transformation, shifting from victims of circumstance to masters of their story. This journey will unveil the secret language of existence, and if you stay until the end, you'll discover why every event in your life has a greater purpose. More than that, you'll unlock the hidden code within you, waiting to be activated. The universe is speaking to you now, and it's ready to guide your transformation. The mirror of symbols, a call to awaken. Symbols aren't external puzzles waiting to be solved. They're mirrors reflecting your inner state. They reveal themselves only when you're ready to face yourself. Searching for signs in the stars, numbers, or cards is futile without an inner commitment to change. Symbols are like lanterns along a path, illuminating the way only for those already walking toward their truth. A traffic sign means nothing to someone without a destination. Those living on autopilot, dismissing signs as coincidence or imagination, miss the message because they're stuck in stagnation. Why? Because a symbol isn't an object. It's a bridge between the visible and invisible, connecting your external experiences to the potential awakening within. This bridge appears only when you choose to cross it, when you commit to growth. Many make the mistake of waiting for signs to spark belief, expecting the universe to convince them. But it works the other way. First, you decide to move. Then, the universe responds. When you shift your vibration, tuning into a higher, more conscious frequency, signs emerge, guiding you toward your truest self. True symbols don't flatter the ego or excuse complacency. They don't say, "Stay as you are." They whisper, "You can be more." They invite you to embody virtues, truth, even when it stings, compassion without seeking praise, balance amid chaos. These qualities mark the awakened soul, and symbols point toward them, urging you to align with your highest potential. A symbol isn't a shortcut, it's a path, revealing what's out of harmony within you. It shines a light on shadows you've avoided, acting as a mirror that says, to change your world, start within. No sign can transform someone unwilling to transform themselves. The universe may send 1,000 messages, but if you refuse to see, you'll dismiss them as chance, staying trapped in autopilot. This symbolic language is veiled, not out of secrecy, but out of respect for your readiness. Only those weary of surviving, yearning to truly live, can hear its call. When you embrace this, life shifts from a battlefield to a sacred classroom, one that knows your wounds, blocks, and fears better than you do. It's a school that teaches with infinite patience, repeating lessons until you learn. The pedagogy of existence. Life as a teacher. Life doesn't punish, it educates. It tailors every experience to your soul's growth, presenting the same situations, people, or pains until you grasp their lesson. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, said, "Nothing happens to a man that is not part of human experience. Every moment is custom-made, not by mistake, but by design. You attract these experiences, not out of guilt, but as opportunities to evolve. Before you were born, your soul chose a curriculum, a set of lessons like patience, courage, or self-love that your life's events are built to teach. When you complain about recurring challenges, you may not see that life isn't attacking you, it's guiding you. It persists because it cares, shaping you with love, not judgment. This realization is liberating. You're not at life's mercy. By asking, "What is this teaching me?" instead of, "Why is this happening?" you shift from victim to learner. Suddenly, pain becomes a portal, confusion a code, and setbacks tools for healing. Nothing arrives by chance. Every moment carries a purpose, waiting for you to decode it. Ignore these lessons, and life amplifies its voice. What begins as a whisper, a subtle discomfort, or recurring dream becomes a scream, an illness, a breakup, a crisis. These aren't random. They're marked cards from a higher pedagogy, signals you ignored in earlier, gentler forms. Life knocks softly, then louder, and if you still don't answer, it breaks down the door. This is the shake-up of destiny, the universe saying, "Wake up now." It's not punishment. It's a call to break free from numbness and step into awareness. Synchronicity, the universe's urgent whisper. When life's volume rises, synchronicity emerges. Carl Jung described it as meaningful coincidence, events so perfectly aligned that logic alone can't explain them. A call from someone you were just thinking about, a stranger's words answering your unspoken question, a song or symbol appearing at the precise moment you need clarity. These are synchronicities. They're not delusions or superstitions. They're the universe pausing time to say, "Pay attention." Synchronicity intensifies when you've ignored subtler signs. It's life's way of shaking you awake when you've lingered too long in stagnation. In Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, Santiago notices signs only after committing to his dream. Each encounter, each event, prepares him for the next step, but only because he chose to act. Synchronicity is the soul of the world, reminding you of your purpose, growing louder when you hesitate. Jung believed these events stem from the collective unconscious, an invisible web linking all things. When you align with your path, this web responds, as if the universe conspires to guide those who listen. As you awaken, synchronicities multiply, transforming life into a living dialogue. Ordinary moments, rain, a falling leaf, a chance phrase, reveal their sacred nature. The universe speaks through pauses, small objects, fleeting scenes, a glass that shatters, a delayed train, a flower breaking through concrete. These are poetic, yet precise messages. An old teaching says, "Nature wastes nothing." Every stone, sound, or storm carries a vibration meant for the present moment. A woman once saw her scattered thoughts reflected in a stubborn puddle after a rain, realizing her energy needed direction. How many such signs have you dismissed? A book falling open to a key page, an animal crossing your path, an object suddenly heavy with meaning. These are the universe's whispers, growing stronger as you tune in to the now. The paradox of yellow butterflies, when ego masquerades as spirit. As you learn to read symbols, a subtle danger emerges, the ego's tendency to hijack the sacred. Many mistake fantasy for awakening, trading raw ignorance for polished illusion. A symbol meant to spark transformation becomes an excuse to stay still. Consider the paradox of yellow butterflies. A young man receives a job offer, a chance to grow and contribute. But seeing butterflies, symbols of freedom, He interprets them as a sign to avoid commitment, cloaking his fear in spiritual poetry. The ego, cunning and proud, spins stories to dodge change, turning symbols into shields. This is the peril of misreading the symbolic language. The mind, eager to avoid discomfort, distorts signs to justify stagnation. You might call it intuition or honoring your process, but it's often avoidance dressed in incense. True symbols don't reinforce comfort zones. They challenge you, demanding virtues you haven't mastered. They point upward, not backward, urging you to face fears, laziness, or procrastination. Misinterpreting them traps you in a cycle where butterflies become excuses, not calls to soar. Reading symbols correctly requires brutal honesty. Ask, is this sign pushing me to grow, or am I using it to stay safe? If it excuses inaction, it's likely the ego, not the soul, speaking. True symbols confront, guide, and heal, but only when you're willing to hear what you'd rather not. This disciplined gaze separates fantasy from truth, ensuring symbols remain invitations, not traps. Dharma and karma, the cosmic rhythm. Nature embodies dharma, effortless alignment with cosmic order. A storm doesn't seek permission. It roars, cleanses, and reveals a new landscape. Trees bend and rise, clouds part for clear skies. Nature doesn't resist its purpose, it flows. Humans, however, often stray, building lives on haste or ego. Projects crack, relationships falter, paths repeat, not from bad luck, but from karma, the consequence of acting against inner truth. Karma isn't punishment, it's feedback, reflecting disharmony with your soul's rhythm. When you ignore symbols, chasing ego over consciousness, you create an artificial life that inevitably crumbles. A relationship mistaken for love may be attachment. A job seeming like purpose may be a cage. These collapses aren't failures. They're revelations, urging you to realign with Dharma. Alchemy begins in this leaden chaos, where pain becomes raw material. Instead of running, ask, what is this teaching me? The answer transforms suffering into a mirror, guiding you to your essence. The 7 layers of the symbol. A staircase to the soul. Symbols are not flat. They're multidimensional, unfolding as you evolve. Helena Blavatsky taught that each symbol is a dwelling with 7 doors, each revealing a deeper layer of consciousness. These doors open only as you transform within. A symbol that once stirred your emotions later challenges your actions, then guides your soul. It's not the symbol that changes, it's your vision, refined through inner work. These 7 layers are portals in your vibrational field. Each trauma, belief, or pain you transmute unlocks a new door, revealing truths beyond the surface. This isn't intellectual, it's visceral, arriving as a silent knowing, a shiver of recognition. Life becomes an open book, its codes legible to those cleansed of distortion. Each layer tests you. The first stirs emotion. The second demands courage. The third, action. By the fourth, the ego fades, and the symbol flows through you, transforming you against your resistance. At the 7th door, reach through humility, the symbol becomes you. You no longer decode, you embody. The true alchemist doesn't chase signs, but becomes one. Your presence shifts reality, your silence carries weight, your actions align with your essence. Alchemy ceases to be theory, becoming your breath, your walk, your touch. You awaken others not by teaching, but by being. A living verb, a mirror reflecting the sacred, activating the hidden code. You've begun to hear the universe's language. Now it's time to activate the next code of inner alchemy, one that can't be taught, only experienced. Every pain, mistake, or fall has been a reagent, forging your essence. The great work isn't about becoming special, it's about becoming a channel, bridging the invisible and the real. Your life, once a puzzle, is now a symbol, vibrating with purpose. Share in the comments. What was the strongest sign the universe ever sent you? The one that shook you, woke you, made you look within. Your story might spark another's awakening. To support this channel's mission to spread light, consider contributing via the link in the first pinned comment or using YouTube's Super Thanks button. Your support amplifies this wisdom, reaching more seekers. Don't leave yet. A special video awaits on your screen, guiding you to the next step of this journey. Thoth has revealed what's next, and you're ready. Click it, and let's continue decoding the sacred together.